finale, Speed Force, Batman. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Flash After Show here at the Stream.tv, episode 21. We're ramping up to the finale, and Kevin Smith directed this episode, and we're gonna talk about that in half a second. But first, what's up, y'all? I'm Adam Kruger. How are you? And joining me tonight, Mr. Devon Stewart.
Yeah, what's up, people? All the time. Oh, I'm sorry, I get excited.
That's okay. Be excited. And
Can I welcome into our new
Mr.
set?
Jack Hind.
Welcome to our new set. As you can see, we have the brick walls behind us now, and we have the pillars, and it's all lovely, and we're a lot more spread out.
I was going to talk about that too.
I beat you there.
We even went
We
red,
even color
blue, red.
coordinated
We did. And I can touch both your knees at the same time.
Now that's just too much. That's just too much for me. I can't handle it. Guys, so episode directed by Kevin Smith. How much did we love this episode? We have a photo of him on set right there. Yeah, I love Kevin Smith, man. I've seen, I think, every single movie he's ever done. And
have you noticed he wears that jersey in everything?
Yes. That's
Kevin,
like
is that a Black Hawk? I don't know. I'm not much. I'm an English, so I can play the English card on this. What jersey is he wearing in that? Anybody know?
Actually, Nick, can you pull that up?
Can you pull it up once more?
I'll tell you.
It looks like a hockey team. No, wrong one. Back
the
one.
one with yeah.
Thank you, brother.
That is not a. That's not an NHL team.
Anyone?
It is a hockey jersey. He is a hockey fan.
He's a big hockey fan.
So.
Well, don't look at me. It's not basketball or football.
Educate me. Educate me.
Let
Get us
know.
on the YouTube chat real quick.
I don't know. But let's get into the show, guys. What do you say? Let's talk about in the Speed Force, okay? Barry's in the Speed Force.
Yes.
And
was.
Well, that's right. He was.
But we'll get to that.
Well, whatever. We all know. We all just saw the episode. He was, he's out now. But I want to talk about what happened inside, because I know you guys were kind of like, this is killing me. Why are they doing this? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I think that this was a wonderful way to kind of show Barry really becoming like the real superhero, the Flash. It was putting to bed all the psychological stuff that's been going on in his head, and I think now he's going to be faster than anybody. Like, I really think he's now going to tap into
now,
it.
Before you play with my emotions and say such a thing, okay? I mean, it only took 2 seasons and about 40-something episodes to get to this point, so I'm not upset about that. But I also did enjoy, because like I said, I knew for a fact he was stuck in the Speed Force. There's no fooling me. He's stuck in where else he going to be at? Earth dead? No, he going to be in the Speed Force. Barry, I feel you. But like, I don't know. I don't know the extent of what he can do now. I hope he just didn't come back as the same guy. And low-key, I expected when he finally, recollected himself.
Right.
I expected him to have a new costume. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, or just something slightly different for some reason.
Because when he joined and they zoomed the camera out, I was like, oh my God.
What's he gonna have?
He
did a superhero pose as well, didn't he? He stood there with the superhero pose.
But it was the culmination of everything that kind of happened. Like when he first gets there and he sees Joe, and it's not Joe.
He felt 10 foot taller, like.
Oh, when
you could
he
feel
comes
it
in,
from
yes.
Barry almost. That end moment, you were like, right, the Flash is locked and loaded, like he's good to go. Maybe he hasn't learned any new powers yet, but just taking that step up in self-confidence is massively what's going to help him move forward as now the Flash and the superhero.
And I think
season 3 is going to be lit.
I think first of all, I agree, and you can uncross your fingers because I think it's almost a given.
It's good.
I think that what we're seeing here now is that because he was in the Speed Force, he's now tapping into it in a much bigger way, which we're going to talk about when we get to the Fallout stuff. But I want to talk about. I mean, he has to. He's like, I want to go back. No, you can't go back until you catch that. And we were sitting there going like, what? It's himself. Did anyone? We thought it. I know that there was someone who was commenting about it, I think on Twitter or whatever, but did anyone else think that he had to catch himself? Did they think, because, remember, the episode was called The Runaway Dinosaur, which I'm like, it must have been a children's book, but what if there's a real runaway dinosaur in the Speed Force?
That would be pretty cool.
I'm not going to lie, that was all I was thinking. I didn't think about it being a children's book. I was like, a runaway dinosaur? Are we going to get a dinosaur? Has Kevin Smith brought a dinosaur to the Flash?
I felt like they were referring
Is he going to go back in time?
I felt like they were referring to Girder, though, like as if he was such an antique villain.
Okay, I feel
maybe it was a
like
double entendre.
dinosaur.
Maybe it was,
Double entendre.
But that scene where he just recites the book and he's looking his
with his mama in the eyes.
Technical mama in the face, because she wasn't like his real mama, but his Speed Force mama in the face.
But it kind of was though. Because don't forget, so we have a picture of Joe, and when Barry first comes in, Nick, you want to throw that up? So he comes down, and he's in his house, and I'm like, oh, it's a crime scene, whatever. But he does say, he gives him a lecture afterwards, and he says, when the first subatomic particle burst forth in the Big
Proper
Bang. We were there
scientific
when the
stuff.
last,
the last one, proton ends. we're
proton
gonna be
decays
there.
and everything ends in a fiery whatever, will be there. So basically the Speed Force is basically like that energy that like is everything. It's like it's everything, right? So hold on. Let me go with this. So now I lost it because your eyes are freaking me out.
I'm sorry, but you were saying such beautiful words just now.
So there's the mother. So when he's talking to his mom, which we have a photo of that too, when she's doing the dinosaur when they're reading the book, and he's doing first of all, we'll get to the emotions of that in a minute. But when she says to him afterwards, "I'm so proud of you," and he's like, "Well, I don't know who's saying that, the Speed Force or my mom," and they said both because when she's dead, right? So her soul is up there. If you want to go there, her energy goes back to the Speed Force. This is what I'm trying to say. So it's like it's everything that is, and so that's why his mom is able to tell him, "I'm proud of you and I love you," and that's what's going to propel him forward and accept the death of his mom.
Adam, no truer words have ever come out of your mouth.
Thank you. We can high five over it.
Give me some of that.
Like I said, the only I'm gonna play devil's advocate just because I'm gonna be that guy. The only thing I disliked about it was that it was almost like Ghosts of Girlfriend's Past kind of thing. It was like, right, you have to go to your past, then you have to go to your present, then you have to go to your future for you to fully recollect yourself and move forward as a person. Only thing. Besides that, it was on point. Everything else about
but
it.
let's take that for a second and run with it because I feel like they had to.
Run with it.
No pun intended.
Run with it. It's good.
But I think that they had to do that because if you think about it from the perspective of Barry and all of his pep talks and how that's how he always he always the pep talk
it's
makes
the
him
people
makes
that makes him go.
But it's that inner thing inside of him where, and I'm getting metaphysical, not metahuman. But for Barry, he doesn't believe that he earned it or deserves to have these powers because it came at the cost of losing his mom, right? Mm-hmm. And so now they've put it in a place where he went into the Speed Force. The Speed Force basically said everything to him about, and that's how he was able to put everything to bed and basically move on from that and go, okay.
Your mum will be happy with the situation that you've made the best out of this situation, and this is us.
This is how they did it. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. And did anyone else feel completely emotionally moved when he's reading the book with his mom?
I
almost
felt
cried.
emotions I haven't felt in a long time.
I did cry.
I think I shed a tear. I shed a tear real quick.
It pulled every
And it was
heartstring.
Mother's Day on Sunday, so shout out to all the mamas out there as well. I feel like this was a nice throwback to Mother's Day.
I agree.
It definitely was.
So, guys, Barry literally finds himself. He literally finds himself.
He didn't really find himself, he caught himself.
And he caught it in the most pimpish way possible.
When it's sick, it was so good.
He was standing there, he had his eyes closed, he was poof, and I just felt it. I was like, he caught something fast and black. I don't know what it is, but I like it. And he caught it.
And then it looks away and then looks back and he's holding on to himself and then they become the same person as he turns around.
Perfect.
Just the way
it was beautiful.
It
was beautiful.
While we're here, quick shout out to the Flash Facts discussing the TV show. We are now almost at 11,000 members. Almost.
Lance was so gutted that we couldn't.
I know. He's like, I want to be at 11,000.
We'll be
guys,
there by
great
next week.
group on Facebook. Talks about anything Flash related. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, we love that. It's a wonderful resource. Go check it out and join it. Let's go into. I'm gonna have you say it.
What am I saying?
West Allen.
A zombie for real?
Man.
Say it.
My favorite line Cisco has ever said in every episode. Not to say he hasn't said a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, he said a lot of good
But when
stuff.
he said this, he said, a zombie? For real? I said, Cisco, we connect on so many more levels than you know. Because that's exactly what I said in my head the whole time. And I actually thought I was like Solomon Grundy?
Yeah, that was the first
coming
one.
You did say
Is
that.
it a Wednesday? What is it?
Is it a Wednesday?
It was-
No, they say killed on a Monday. What was the...
Solomon Grundy killed on Monday, something out on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
something like that.
If you remember the thing, please send it to me
up.
because I want to remember what it was.
Yeah.
So I was like Solomon Girder, I guess.
Solomon
we'll go that
Girder.
way.
It was zombie Girder.
But
It
a
was-
lot of times he would just silver the arms, so he reminded me of Jax from Mortal Kombat, and he just started swinging them around, which was cool. So I enjoyed that.
So Iris has this plan to lure him back, and we got to talk about this one moment real quick. Cause she's like, "We'll just lure him back to S.T.A.R Labs, and then we'll kill him." And she but just so nonchalant. She's like, "Yeah, let's just kill the dude."
He's already dead.
Yeah, it's like he dead already.
I mean,
Iris.
what you gonna do about it? You're gonna put him out of his misery? I'm surely he don't really feel much besides.
But I mean, this is Iris we're talking about here. That kind of surprised me. Did it surprise anybody else? Maybe at home watching?
Hey, look, man.
She's taking a turn for the worst.
You know how I feel about Iris, and I feel like Iris is ride or die all day, every day. She always has been and always will be. Besides when she slipped up and decided to go with Eddie Thorne.
And Scott Evans.
We're not going to talk about that.
I'm so glad that guy's gone.
Date. She canceled that date.
Good.
Okay, so we're good. But I see where she come from. And at this point, she's done with the BS. You know, she's like, just look.
Can't call it no
He's
more.
already dead. Let's just kill him again. Okay, let's just get him out the way. And I agree with you, Iris. Let's get it over with.
Shut it. Tighten a bow. See you later, Girder.
Lock, stock, 2 smoking barrels.
Shoot, man. All right, I'll take it. Why not? But they bring him back, and then the plan fails, and then they're backed into a corner, and they have to try to go and get Barry again. You're raising your hand like
Yeah, I
it's
have a
class.
question real quick.
Yeah.
So you know Girder's like this really strong dude? That door must have been made out of some reinforced steel.
Yep.
Because
That's
it
true.
took him a lot of punches to get through that door.
Well,
and
they
then
said it was
obviously
meant to contain. It was a containment room, so it was meant to keep things
That
out.
was an old containment room.
Yeah.
That one was.
Oh, missed that bit. Thank you very much
That's
for
why
cleaning
they
that
did
one
the
up.
particle
there.
accelerator explosion in there.
'Cause
to
that
kinda
worked?
save, yeah, very well, apparently. Well, it did. Barry's back. He's got his powers. So.
I know. I'm so
You
mad.
know, but then Barry comes back and he, does his zippy round charging the thing, and then he drops him like a bag of bricks. And so again, it was kind of like I feel like Girder was sort of like the big bad of the week, sort of random
just another
nothingness,
fill-in.
just to kind of move things along for us and have enough urgency to bring Barry back to save
I
the day.
wonder if they have any of the other dead was like, didn't Turtle get killed and then Blackout and the rest of them? Yeah, so I was wondering, I wonder how it didn't bring them back as well.
Yeah, what? The morgue?
I'm gonna throw a quick little thought on it, which is that Girder has the metal in him, and so maybe it reacted with the metallic stuff and it shocked his brain or whatever. Because they said like a hard drive, right? So because he can turn metallic, maybe that's what kind of did it and reanimated it.
Okay.
So he's done. Which again, we're gonna quick shout out to the Flash After Show, by the way. Flash After Show, Flash Family, which is our group on Facebook. Join it. I pulled a piece of fan art from there, guys, and I'm gonna do the shout out after the break. We're gonna talk. I think we have like 3 more things that we need to talk about, and we're gonna go to break, and then I'm gonna show you that photo, and we have a birthday shout out.
And check out the group ASAP because I just posted a video in there you might like.
It's sick.
#FlashFan.
Oh yeah, and we're live, guys. You can send in your comments, your theories, your questions on the YouTube live chat right underneath the video that you're watching right now, or you can tweet at us using the #TheFlashAS. The #Flash.
Can I do the Solomon Grundy poem real quick? Thank you very much, Darnell F.
Do it.
Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, christened on a Tuesday, married on a Wednesday, took ill on Thursday, grew worse on Friday, died on a Saturday, buried on Sunday. That was the end of Solomon Grundy.
Interesting.
I shouldn't have said Sunday
like it.
because then it doesn't do the rhyme, but that's just Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah. So that it rhymes with Grundy. But thank you very much, Darnell F.
Thank you, Darnell. I want to talk about Finding Barry real quick because
Finding Barry.
because we knew Cisco was gonna vibe and he was gonna kind of get over there. Did anybody expect him to get in there so quickly?
I kind of did. I mean, at
Like
this
right
point,
at the beginning?
You gotta
Don't waste
think.
time. Don't need to waste time
He's
trying to work out how to
understanding
get
his
in there.
powers now
Yeah.
too. Like he went over there and was like, let me just
touch that real quick.
and he touched it and he boom, he's right there. Like there's no more time for him to be like,
No. I mean,
when
when Wells did the thing with
second
them.
one with them.
No, I'm talking about when he actually, not when he touched the.
Yeah.
Not when he found out where Barry was. I'm
But
saying
to
when
make him physically able to go
when he
there and
went
grab
there and
him.
he was like, Barry, take my hand. When he did that point, like, did anyone expect that to happen so early on? I figured that was going to happen a little bit later.
Well, I mean, it showed
set
that
up
Barry
his build, yeah.
wasn't necessarily trapped
Ready.
more than he was not ready.
Yeah.
So it definitely gave us a good distinguishment between the two. Is that a word? Distinguishment?
Yes.
Distinguishment.
If it's not, okay, I'm sorry, but it worked.
But you get what he's trying
get what
to
I'm trying to say.
You get
We know
he's
what you're
trying to
saying.
say.
Exactly.
And so then the second time when Henry's like, well, I'm going to go with you.
Yeah.
And then I know Jack he really was not happy
Yeah,
about
Jack
this
was
when
mad.
Iris kind of stepped in. She's like, no, let me, please.
It's not that I wasn't happy, it's that I wasn't happy with the way they did it. If Iris would have just said first, hey, let me go with you, I will pull him out, I'd have been like, yeah, go Iris. But the fact that she thought she had a better chance than his father, that was the only part that annoyed me a little bit. So I'd have said, cut out Henry's part and just let Iris go through with it. But obviously I'm not complaining. It still worked wonderfully and
Of
it was
course
a
it
beautiful
did.
spectacle.
I love you, Iris.
Well, I mean,
love
she
you,
said, he said to her, your voice will always bring me
Bring me
home.
back.
And I thought that was amazing.
#West Allen. Doesn't it just make us all
Yeah.
smile?
Why didn't they
You
kiss
know.
though? A lot of people, you guys
I
are
do
eating that
wanna-
up right
yeah.
now. They should have kissed at that graveyard scene.
If they would have
they
kissed,
really
then,
should.
China 919, you'd have got your dance, but they didn't kiss, man. But I'm gonna still give you one of those just because.
Shoot, just let
there
him
you go.
Hey, we actually-
It was raining.
We actually
Like
have,
that, the
we have a
umbrella?
photo of them. It's. I was going to throw it up later, but let's throw it up now. 'cause they're-
Yeah, see? What better time to make out than in the rain?
They should have kissed.
He should have dropped the umbrella, grabbed her like that sailor that just got back.
I was just about to grab you.
That's what I would have done every time I see her.
Quick shout out to Steve Lamb, Babs MacPal. They read all of our blogs. Go ahead and check out their site too, because they've got some amazing articles. A lot of superhero related stuff too, and amongst other things too. Let's discuss Aftermath real quick, because Jesse ends up in a coma, but Wally doesn't. Why do we think that is?
That part has me nervous, because I felt like that was going to be the origin of both Wally
of them.
and Jesse. But right now it looks like we're just getting Jesse from this. Now maybe Wally is still affected, but because
Cisco.
I guess he was...
We didn't see Cisco's powers until how long into this first season?
So he could be a late bloomer.
Yeah, that's
what
I
think. Maybe because he's already so addicted to the speed, it didn't take so long to affect him. Maybe he was just like, oh, I got it, but he doesn't know it.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think that Wally might be connected to the Speed Force already, and Jesse wasn't necessarily
connected.
And so that's
she
why
wasn't connected on this Earth.
This is what I'm saying. And so I think that Barry coming in, because remember he went in, he touched her hand, and
and then it went across.
Exactly. And they're like, well, did you know you needed to do that? He's like, yeah, I kind of did.
You know? He's like, yeah, I can't explain it. I just kind of had a feeling.
Because he's tapped in now, Barry.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm saying we're going to see some big.
We actually might get this scene right here, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's the one where Wally is in the bathroom, and you see his hands are shaking. Right there. We might get one of those either this season or next season.
I think it'll be next season.
Where he gets the Speed Force.
This comic's going to be up for grabs, by the way, as well as the majority of the stuff that we have here in front of us.
This whole beautiful table, by the way. 2 pictures signed by Norman Rapmond.
Rapmond, right?
Rapmond.
Norm Rapmond. Which we got from Rory. Can we show them real quick? We're in the middle of it. Let's go for it. Mr. Rory, if you guys watch Legends as well, he hosts Legends with me. Thank you very much. He's actually sitting with us today as well, so thank you, Rory.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yes.
Now we've got to try to put this back without ruining everything.
You got it.
Perfect.
Quick funny moment I want to just bring up too, which I loved, was when Joe was trying to see if Wally had his powers, and he
dropped the mug.
He drops the mug, and then Iris is like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, you never know." And she's like, "I gave you that mug."
Yeah.
He's like,
I love how he thought it was the puberty talk as well. It's like, you couldn't be more wrong, Wally.
Either way, I think we've got. I know we're gonna have new speedsters. The question isn't if, it's when. Let us know, guys. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below.
I think we already got them.
You think they're here?
We got Jesse
when are we gonna see it? When are we gonna see it?
Jesse.
You think Jesse before the end of the season?
Hundo. She just woke up.
Yeah.
Like, there's absolutely no way in the last 2 episodes.
And also with the
whole meta, I know you're going to get into it, with the whole meta-human army that they've got, we're going to need more than just the Uno Speedster. So now we have DOS, which I'm happy about.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how this is all going to wrap up, because remember, you take the head of the snake, the rest of it goes limp, right? So if he takes out Zoom...
It's good. I like that one.
Right?
Take the head of the snake and the rest of it goes limp.
That's right. So,
Life lesson.
Blow up the giant Federation ship and all the droids drop.
This is what I'm saying. Like, all this army of metahumans is going to be the thing for next season. So let's talk about wrapping it up real quick. So, Barry finally visits his mom's grave, and in the Speed Force, like, they're basically saying to him, like, all the things you've done and you've yet to come here, which is when, him going to his mother's grave. He's never had closure until now. He now has closure, and so he does, and he leaves the book, The Runaway Dinosaur, which was the book that his mom used to read to him. And then Iris is talking to him about how, I hated that book because I never whatever, and he's like, no, listen, I'm seeing things differently now. We did have the mothers we needed. And he's basically, it's like this kind of meta sort of, thing of like, now, we're evolving, we're kind of looking at this and going, listen, everything that happened for a reason. Everything that happened has made us who we are. So of course we had everything that we needed. I think Barry has matured on like an emotional and a spiritual level as
massively.
well. And so I think that's going to be really cool. It's going to have implications.
Well, Kevin Smith even said this was like a spiritual adaptation to the season 1 finale, and that was pretty much how he wanted to picture this episode, and I thought, knocked it out right out of the park.
It was
like
amazing.
You say, it was like a spiritual vision for Barry himself, wasn't it? Just nice to see him develop on that kind of level.
I think so.
Well,
I'm loving it.
I hope they've solidified this development, though. Like, we've had a lot of development over the last 40-something episodes. And it's just sometimes that's where I get mad at the inconsistency.
2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
Right now, he seems like he got it. He's like, I'm the Flash.
He's moving forward.
Yeah,
right
my
now.
mom's dead, and I've accepted that. You know what I'm saying? I've moved on from that. It's made me a better person, this thing, and it's made me who I am. I just don't want to see Peekaboo 2 come back. And next thing you know, he's like, I can't catch her. She's so fast. And it's like, you went through all that, Bill. So I hope he's solidified. Mr. Smith, I hope you've solidified his growth.
I think he's going to be tested, though, because I'm calling it. I have a funny feeling, and I don't want to be right about this, but I think Henry's going to die in the finale or close to it.
What? There's a good question about that we could do. You can bring that up later.
Then we won't talk about that.
We don't
have to talk about it now. We'll talk about it later. But I still think Barry's going to be tested, and I think he's going to prevail. That's what I'm going to say.
So?
Yeah, I do. I think he's going to find, because he just said it to his dad in this episode.
Yeah.
You know, and the reason I think that this is going to happen is because his dad says to him, "Well, I'm sticking around for a while." I'm like, dude, don't say that.
You're right. It's like saying, "I'll be right back" in a scary movie.
Exactly. It's just, you know, so.
It's like saying,
and Barry was saying to him too, like, I know that everything happens for a reason. I've changed my thing. I'm with you, Dad. Like all this stuff. And it makes total sense.
It's just moving too
rip
high
him
up.
away from him. Yeah, they're gonna take him away. I think epic battles are coming. We saw the army of metahumans. We know that Black Siren is coming next week. I think in episode 22.
Episode 22 is Black Siren.
So that's gonna be interesting for us to see.
Well, that means we go to another Earth next week.
No, they're
Black Siren's not of Earth 1.
He brought them over from Earth 2.
Well, now
so we're saying her as one of the metahuman armies.
She's part of the metahuman army.
Well, now you see all that. Remember we were talking about, like, what does Zoom go and do
what
that whole time? Now we see him building an army.
He was rounding up his army. That's
he was getting
100%.
prepared. And there was a lot of interesting characters down there. I want to get some names.
I want to slow it down.
Yeah.
Before we throw to commercial, I wanna just say real quick, because we didn't touch on Caitlyn at all. Do you guys think she's gonna choose her friends, which is obviously the choice, or do you think she's gonna stay with him and maybe try to be the double agent? Yeah.
100%. Why would you go and choose your friends?
I still kind of think she's gonna die.
You think she's going to die?
Again, we'll talk about that with this question.
Well,
all right, so we'll get, you know what?
About Henry
Guys,
and Caitlyn.
You have like 2 minutes to get your last minute questions in on Twitter using #TheFlashAS, or you can comment on the live chat right below. Get those questions and comments in right now, because we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to show some fan art, and we're going to get to your questions. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Party on, Wayne.
Yeah.
Party on, Girder.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Oh my God.
High five.
We had a crazy vampire threesome, and you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like, you know why we saying yes? You know why we saying yes? Look at me, I'm dancing.
He was like, yeah, I'll tell you whatever you want.
He is quite something.
And we're like, inseparable.
These hoes ain't loyal.
You just went to a totally different direction on that one.
I love it. That's genius.
Billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
This might actually be a thing.
Somebody better take some pictures.
Are we there yet? Can we talk about that?
We've been waiting all night.
I don't know. I don't like to break nails.
You can't count anything out.
It's been another awesome night at the stream.tv,
always
guys.
awesome.
Thank you for joining us, you guys.
Welcome back, guys. You are watching the Flash After Show here at the stream.tv. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm loving where this season is. I just got like a giddy little situation happening here. We're going to throw up some fan art real quick, but before I do, quick birthday shout-outs to Miss Fatima and to Greg Johnson. Happy birthday to you guys. And Greg Johnson actually made this photo that I'm about to throw up here in a graphic design class. It's pretty cool. It's Flash.
That's nice.
Isn't that cool?
That is nice.
Graphic design.
I like
Shit we
that.
could do with computers nowadays is unreal.
Isn't that amazing?
Look at the show done with computers. It's
Ain't that the
amazing.
truth? Shout out to Armin.
Yeah, man,
Right.
and we have one more piece of fan art from Stevenson Johnson, which, dude, I don't know how you found this one, but with with Cisco, give me your hand, Barrett, take my hand, in the Speed Force, which I thought was pretty cool.
Nice.
He's
Well
got
done.
it on lock all the time.
He really does. He's good. Well done, sir. All right, so Jack, do you wanna tell us? Should we do
So
it
this
on
is the
YouTube or
question
Twitter?
that I was
Go
telling
Twitter.
you guys to stop talking about so that we could ask
Gotcha.
this question.
All
Justin Reese 24. Do you guys think they're setting up Henry to replace Caitlyn as the Doctor on the team because she might die by Zoom? So obviously this is why I wanted you two to shut up so that we can now have this little debacle between the both of you. Yeah.
All right.
So you're a Henry. alive or Henry dying?
I'm gonna say I think they're gonna take out Henry. I don't think they're gonna take out Caitlin, and I don't want them to because I love Henry there for Barry, and he's finally back. But I don't know. I mean, they're foreshadowing too much.
Too much for him to die.
I think it's gonna be Danielle Panabaker just because they showed Henry in the speed tunnel. Remember, we can't forget that, and we still haven't seen that. So I don't think Henry's going to go anywhere just yet because they're not going to just throw that out there for nothing.
I hope they don't.
And I mean, what other use does she have right now that we have another medicine man and like 5 other chemists and scientists and geniuses? We don't really need her right now. Ronnie's gone and don't look like he's coming back.
All right, okay. Well, guys, let us know what you think. Do you think it's going to be Caitlin? Do you think it's going to be Henry?
Ronnie died twice.
I don't know.
She got a heart
Ronnie
twice.
did die twice.
So
on 2 Earths.
On 2 Earths. So she can't go to either Earth and find a Ronnie. Ronnie dead on both Earths.
What about Earth 3?
Go Earth 3.
Oh, God.
Forget about it.
So many of them.
Forget
All
about
right,
it.
let's do YouTube real quick.
I mean, there's one cool question right there. OP Cool Pro Gaming. I can't believe I just hit that with a nail on the head. The Flash AS. Do you think Barry's going to erase Zoom from existence in the finale?
Oh.
Pushed a button there, eh, mister? Tickled you there.
I don't know. That's a good one.
I'm going to go ahead and take a stance on that. I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it in a way where he takes his powers, locks him up, something.
No. Zoom's going night-night.
Yeah, you think he's dead?
Going bye-bye.
They're going to kill him?
Like I said, I still think...
This is that one person that you can't...
You have to kill him.
You've got to be gone. You can't leave Zoom alive.
But not even that. Remember, because I still feel like Zoom is a part or like the entity of the Black Flash on him.
The darkness.
So I feel like maybe during that fight where Wally unleashes his powers at the end, maybe the result of it is his powers.
And then
but
he
also
takes on the Black
Barry
Flash
ends up having to take the mantle, kind of like what he did when he touched Savitar in Flash Rebirth, and he became the Black Flash. I feel like they might have that, and then they have already established Iris as his anchor for coming back.
What if, and I'm just going to throw this out there real quick before we wrap, what if, now that Barry has his connection to the Speed Force so cemented, what if when he's he actually uses the Speed Force to revoke Zoom's powers, makes him human again, bang, in jail?
That would be the happy CW ending. But
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
I want the dark, gritty Netflix ending.
But this is the CW, so I'm wondering what they're going to do. Guys, what do you think? Let us know. Tweet at us using the hashtag #TheFlashAS, or you can comment on the video. Live chat right now is about to wrap up, but you can still comment on the video, and we will talk to you as we always do.
Wally absorbs the darkness, becomes like the Daniel West almost of the next season.
Give me some.
Oh.
And that is the sexiest thing you've ever seen. So you both got it today.
We both did it.
We said sexy things today.
All right. Guys, thank you for watching the Flash After Show here at thestream.tv. We will be back next week for episode 22. The last 2 episodes, do not miss it. We are ramping up to the season finale, and it's going to be epic.
Epic.
See you next week, guys. Love you.
And keep an eye out on Twitter for all these wonderful giveaways.
Yes. Shout out to Barry_7 and Jake Larson.
Do it slowly.
More Flash After Show. Hit that button and subscribe to thestream.tv.